Hello, flutes. This week we are working on Heroes and Glory sheet music. We're working on the notes D and E flat. We're working on the notes C and D. We're working on the notes B flat and C. So we started and we knew the notes B, A, and G. And then we learned B flat. And remember the right hand pinky keys on every note except for D, because it's the D sharp key. So if you play a D and put that down, it makes a D sharp. And another name for D sharp is E flat. So we do need this note, and we also need this note. So this is D, and this is E flat, also known as D sharp. D, E flat. So D is your thumbs down, your first finger's up, and you should hover it over the key. I'm doing this so you can clearly see that that finger's not down, but you should just hover it over the key. Same with this pinky, should be ready to do that pinky key, even though we haven't done that note. Second finger's down, third finger's down. Right hand, first finger, second finger, third finger. So we got G, A, B, B flat. We got C is only your first finger, and no other fingers except, of course, the right pinky, because the right hand pinky is down for every note except for D. So here's C, and then D is every note except every key except for those two. So we've got C is just your first finger and your pinky. D is every finger except those. Look at it from this angle. C, D, C, D. And if you can go back and forth 10 times in 6 seconds, you're doing really good. Yeah. So, D to C. I messed it up that last time. That was funny. Maybe you didn't notice. D to C. So just practice going between those ones. B flat to C. B flat to C. B flat to C. C to D. C to D. C to D. And D to E flat. D to E flat. D to E flat. I want to hold off on going E flat to F for a moment, but it's just this finger and these two fingers that change for that. But I want to hold off on that for a minute because I want to go back to the B flat and identify that F is a partner fingering where you just put down those two fingers. So B flat, F, B flat, F, B flat, F. All right, so B flat, F, we actually need that for Heroes and Glory. So practice B flat, F, F, B flat, B flat, F, F, B flat, and always practice the fingerings and then play it. So practice it on your fingers and then play it. Okay? You don't want to be just like sitting around with your flute like this or like, when you get your flute out, put your fingers on the keys and review where your fingers go on all the keys. Put all the keys down, and then whatever you're going to play, take off the fingers that you don't need. So I'm going to play B flat, F, F, so I don't need those fingers, but I'm going to hover them right above their homes. Those fingers can't go into their neighbors' houses. They have to stay above their own houses. They're either covering or they're hovering. All right, so B flat, F, F, B flat. 1, 2, do it with me, go. All right. Again, go. Right on. Now, for Heroes and Glory, you can learn the notes in between, or you can just play the B flat, F, F, and then learn a little bit of the other part as you go. So we have all those notes now, E flat, D, and C, but at least get the B flat, F, F part. So da 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 da, like that. Now you got to start doing a little bit of practice on the other notes to get them too, but that's enough to play a concert actually, because we can make a second flute part, or what do we call it, introductory flute part, or something that only has those B flat, F, F parts, because it repeats, so that is an important part. But we also want to play these other parts. So the other parts, as much as we can, this part repeats. It goes E flat, D, E flat, C, E flat, D, E flat, C, E flat, D, E flat, C. So it's just E flat, D, E flat. So you got those ones probably, right? Here's the fingering again for D. It's your thumb, no first finger, second, fifth, third, first, second, third of the right hand. There we go. So thumb, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and no pinky for D. Okay, put your pinky down and it's E flat. Lift your pinky, it's D. Put your pinky down, it's E flat. So this next part of Heroes in Glory is E flat, D, E flat, and then you got to go to C, which is the opposite fingering of D. So if you practice C to D a lot, like we've been supposed to be doing, then you'll be good at this. You'll have this. If you haven't, then you need to start practicing that now, the same C to D flat. And practice your fingers and then play it. Okay? And you can tell if your fingers aren't all going down and up at the right time, because you'll hear all this like stuff in the middle, right? Gobbledygook. So here's an E flat, here's a D, here's an E flat, and then go to C. E flat. You could pause the video and practice just E flat to D for a minute if you need to, but we're going to go E flat to D to E flat to C. E flat to D to E flat to C, and that's the second part. And you could just practice it without a rhythm. Just practice it note, 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 note. And then do it in a rhythm. Ta, ti, ti, ta. All right. And then it goes back to B flat, F, F, B flat. And then the next part is the same thing. E flat, D, E flat, but it then goes to F. So E flat, D, E flat. We practiced that a whole bunch. E flat, D, E flat, E flat, D, E flat. But now we gotta go from E flat to F. E flat to F. And for me, if I'm not looking at it, I've played this a bit, so I can do that, finger move pretty good. But I remember when I was first learning E flat to F, I had a lot of surprise fingers that would pop up. So you'll be like, oops, no. And so you got to actually intentionally do it. So for E flat, this finger's down, up, but you're going to put it down. And you're going to lift those two. So you might practice just those two for a minute, and then practice them together. Those two go down, or this one goes down and these two go up. This one goes down and these two go up. These two go down and that one goes up. This is the difference between E flat and F. So practice this back and forth. Your thumb's down, your first finger's up, your right hand, all three fingers plus your pinky are down, and you're gonna go put the first finger down here and lift up those those second, third fingers down there. Okay, and so now we're gonna go and now practice that, and then let's do the pattern here that goes E flat, D, E flat, F. It's E flat, D. No, it's not. That was F. E flat, D, E flat, F. E flat, D, E flat, F. And if your fingers are doing funny things right now, I've been playing flute for, more than a couple of months, and so my fingers are going to the right place, usually. But yours might not be, and if they're not, that's okay. Just slow it down to do 2 notes at a time. Then do 3 notes, and then do 4 notes. And then come back next week, and if you've got the fingers to B flat, C, D, E flat, and F, we'll be able to put all of Heroes in Glory together. I'm trying to pause my cell phone with the mouse and from the computer, and it's not working. There it goes. Stop the video. Have a great week.